Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Beat Lab. I'm Ted, here with my guys, Leisure Suit,
Hey.
Mark,
Yo.
and our buddy, Andrew Baena, guitarist extraordinaire. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Dude, we're hanging out here. Beautiful Sunday in Bakersfield, California. Blue skies, 86 degrees. Can't complain. What's good, man? What's been going on?
Oh, not much, man. I'm just finished university for the summer, so looking forward to doing a lot of music stuff.
That's right. You've been kind of quiet these days, huh?
Sorry?
You've been kind of quiet these days going to school?
Yeah, for like the last, 2 months, it's been really hard to do new music just because I've been finishing up my degree. But that's all taken care of now, so now I have lots more time to do what I actually like doing.
Smart, man. No, that's the smart thing to do. Definitely get a degree, kids.
Yeah, don't wait till you're like 30 like me to get your degree. That was a bunch of bullshit. It's a pain in the ass, man. It's better to do that shit when you're young.
Yeah.
What are you going to school for? What are you studying?
Okay, it's kind of a weird program. It's called Interactive Art Technologies. They kind of teach us like, I guess the easiest way to describe it would be like design and new media. So I know how to do like experience design and a little bit of like graphic design, but I'm more interested in like videography and sound design. Clearly, since that's what I do on my YouTube channel as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right
That's the best summary I can think of it.
Hell yeah, that sounds like fun. Lot more fun than what the fuck I'm doing.
Water tester guy.
I'm like a glorified pool boy.
Yeah.
Water test.
pH levels and that's great.
Testing water at power plants though instead of people's backyard swimming pools.
Damn.
So you don't get much time. So you're going full time. You don't get much time to play when you're in school.
Yeah, I was doing. What was I doing? I was doing 4 courses. I had a part-time job. I had another on-call job, plus my YouTube channel, plus my band, plus Massive Metal Covers YouTube channel. So I had a lot of shit to do all at once.
That's what it's about, though. I mean, musicians, man, trying to make it. It's a lot of these guys are like that. People think that that's what you do. But it's hard, man. You got to have a job. Going to school is a smart thing, but it's tough, man.
Well, yeah. It's a struggle,
yeah.
Definitely. And not a lot of people doing it have the right mind to even go to school or keep a job or that's where the struggle is. To me, that's where the struggle is. If you're doing all that shit and you still do music, like you're living the struggle.
Yeah.
Other people are just like, fuck, I'm gonna tell my dad to buy me another fucking guitar. And then I'm gonna fucking play.
I think we got friends like that, man. I know one of my buddies is like that. He's like 30 something years old. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, probably.
And dude's never had a job. It's just crazy, It's like that's all he does. He just lives off his freaking, his parents and does his hobbies and shit and doesn't ever work.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, but hey, if you've got family that'll support you like that, man, fuck it, whatever.
I wish I did. Shit.
Yeah. I've just been trying to do music along with all my other shit, and somehow managing to squeeze it in there anytime I can.
So, are you still doing a band?
Yeah, I'm in a band, like a local band as well. We're called Galactic Pegasus.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, we
there it is. Right
before the podcast, we were actually bumping that EP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, is there a dedicated vocalist, or do you just have like different people singing on the project?
No, we do have a dedicated vocalist, but we've just like changed our vocalist a bunch of times. Like on our first EP, it was actually. I was doing vocals along with another guy, so we were doing 50-50 vocals. But then like our first guitarist quit, and then instead of like finding a new guitarist to learn all the shit, I was just like, fuck it, I'll just play guitar because I was the one writing a lot of the guitar stuff anyway, so I already knew it. So then the other guy who I was doing vocals with just became the full-time vocalist. But then that didn't really work out after, I don't know, a year or something. And now we have a new vocalist. So basically on every EP, we've had a different vocalist. Not really on purpose. That's just the way it's worked out.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, do you feel like you have the lineup solidified now? Is it stable now? Is everything rolling along?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we actually just finished recording a 13-song full-length album.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Like I don't know, 2 weeks ago, and we're just getting it mixed right now.
Did you guys self-produce that, or?
We did kind of like a half and half approach. So we did like all the guitars and bass and effects, and we programmed the drums for this one. And we did that all with the other guitarist in the band. He's the one who produced all that stuff. And then we went to a local studio to get the vocals and the mixing done.
Oh wow.
A little more cost effective that way.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Are you guys using what kind of stuff are you using as far as the drums go?
I think we're using Steven Slate samples.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've heard about that one. I haven't used it. You know, Mark, he's always programming drums and stuff to show me song ideas and kind of patterns that he'd like me to play. And he uses Superior Drummer, and
Okay.
I'm blown away by those programs, man. They're so. It sounds pretty organic. I mean, really, because they're real drum samples recorded. You know, it's
Yeah.
you know, they sound cool, man. I'm down for it.
Yeah, the biggest issue with programmed drums is the cymbals. The cymbals are really, really hard to make sound like organic, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be working with a producer here soon, and he was saying we could do all programmed drums, but then do the cymbals.
Yeah,
Separate live.
yeah. Well, I mean, especially in metal, right? Like,
Yeah.
the drum kit is like so produced that the kick and the snare especially are almost always replaced with samples anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really sound weird to have it programmed. But yeah, cymbals are definitely a little more noticeable.
Yeah, with the kick, I mean, in Logic, you have this drum replacement tool, and I know that when I'm recording drums, even though my drums sound amazing, I'll go in and I'll layer my kick with a MIDI kick. That way, I can go into the piano roll and I can edit and clean up the kicks.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's the way that we do it here. But yeah, you're right about the cymbals. There's something that gets lost in translation with the MIDI cymbals. They just don't quite have the. I don't know.
I don't know what it is. Like
Yeah,
the bleed or the ring.
It's the
or-
decay. I think
Yeah.
it's the decay that gets lost, and it makes it sound super like processed and electronic.
Mm-hmm.
That was always the issue I had with like V drums.
Yeah, well, especially if I don't know if all the cymbals are like the same velocity, it's like very obvious that it's fake because
Yeah.
nobody can hit a cymbal the exact same velocity every single time they hit it, right? So,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this whole new style of recording too. Everybody wants everything to sound. Well, there's bands that do it old school, and then there's
Yeah.
bands that want everything to be perfectly syncopated and everything. But it just comes out sounding boring when you do that.
Yeah,
You
to
know?
an extent. I don't know. I remember reading somewhere that I don't know who it was, but some really well known producer was saying that it's actually it's becoming nowadays it's becoming that like actually the irregularities or like almost the errors in recording are actually the things that people remember more because it's less common to have things that are like slightly off.
Mm-hmm.
So when your brain hears something that's like a little bit off or a little bit not 100% correct, it actually remembers it correctly. I have no idea if this is true or not. I just read it somewhere.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, with the whole gent thing too, and off time patterns and all that.
Yeah.
People want to hear something that's a little bit off. It's like what the brain
Yeah.
doesn't quite pick it up right away. So that makes sense for
Definitely.
sure. Yeah. What do you as far as guitars go? What are you playing on? I know you got that Kiesel.
Yeah,
That's your main.
I just got a new guitar like 2 days ago actually. I got it's this local company to me, so a company out of BC, Canada called Fast Guitars, and I ordered a custom guitar through him. It's like an 8-string fan fret guitar that has like a Jazzmaster body, so it's pretty unique looking, and I'm still pretty in love with it. And then I have an Ibanez Prestige 8-string, the RG2228. I got one of the Kiesel Vader 7-strings, and then I have another Ibanez Prestige 6-string, the RGA 121, I think.
Nice. Yeah, you got the whole metal roundup right there.
That's the quiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, my armory.
How's going to Fan Frets? Has that been kind of hard for you, or is it pretty natural?
No, it's actually not really that big of a difference at all. I had a Fan Fret 8-string like a year ago, so I already was a little bit, I already have experience with it. But even then, I don't think it was a huge adjustment. It was like, if anything, it was maybe like, I don't know, 15 minutes of playing it, and then I was like, oh, okay, this makes perfect sense, and then I never really had to worry about it again.
That's what I heard. I just ordered a Kiesel
nice
8-string that was part of like their wired guitar run, I think. So it's like hand signed and numbered by him.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah, it's awesome. But as soon as I got it, he announced that he was doing his multi-scale. Dude, I was so pissed because I was waiting and waiting. He kept saying he's never gonna do it.
Yeah,
and then he's all surprised I'm gonna do it. so now I want to try to see if I could sell this so I can get my own custom.
Yeah, I know. I was almost thinking the same thing. Like, as much as I love my Vader, I was like, fuck. Like, I kind of want to get the exact same guitar except Fan Fret, and then I was like, I don't know if it's worth it. Especially with selling it used and then getting a new one, you're gonna eat like $500.
Oh,
worth
fuck
yeah.
You get burned when you sell your shit. Man. Nobody wants to pay what anything's worth these days.
Nope.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't complain too much because I'm definitely one of those guys.
Are you still using the Pod HD?
Yeah, I'm using the HD 500X.
Yeah, man. That's a nice rig, man. I like it. What did you go with that over Axe Effects for a reason, or?
Just because I couldn't afford it. I would love to have an Axe Effects.
That's a great excuse.
That's probably my next step. I mean, I don't know. I say this all the time, but I think I'm done with guitars for now. I probably won't be, but I think I am. So I think the next step would be upgrading my actual my recording gear. So getting rid of the pod and upgrading to either like an Axe Effects or the new Line 6 Helix or something like that.
Those are badass too. The Helix. I saw
Helix
John Brown
nice,
was using one of those
for monuments. Yeah.
And
oh yeah,
I was man. Those things sound really good.
I'm impressed with the pod. What you did with the pod, like I was about to buy one of those, and I was watching like reviews and stuff, and had I known that everything that you've done has been through that pod, I probably would have bought it because all your tones are great.
Hear that? Line 6 has to like hire me to do PA for them or something, or PR for them or something.
Because they kind of get shit on,
Yeah.
And it sucks, man, because they do a good product. And just a few episodes ago, we did a product review, and we did the Line 6 Spider 4 75 watt combo ramp. It's a $300 amp versus I ended up buying an orange Micro Dark Terror.
Nice. I just tried the Micro Terrors the other day, actually.
They're cool amps, So and they're both around the same price. So we did we kind of did a gear shootout, the Line 6 versus the orange, for people that are maybe thinking, hey, I got $300, I want to buy an amp. What's the best thing I can get for that? And we came up with the Line 6 and the orange as being probably the two best in that price range. That Line 6 recorded with a SM57 on that 12-inch Celestion in there. It came through really nice, man. It sounded good. So it sucks that people shit on them, but they do make good products.
Well, I think it's just because like they used to be really, really well known for digital amp stuff. Like back in the day, like when the first pods came out, everyone was like, "Oh, this is the best thing ever."
Yeah.
But then they released, I think it was like the Spiders or something, and then everyone was like, "Dude, these are the worst." And then ever since then, they've just been like trying to
make up for that.
Yeah, and it seems like I don't know. I mean, from what I hear, it seems like the Helix, they stepped their game up a bit. But I mean, I don't know. I like using the HD series. Like I've never really had a problem with it. I think it's just everyone got an Axe FX and was like, oh well, fuck line 6. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What is it? I mean, that's something I need to look more into. But with the digital amps, I know tube amps, it's about the tubes. I mean, that's what makes it. You can put different tubes in there. But I don't know, as far as digital goes, what the real difference is between Axe FX and the Helix. I mean, is it? I don't know what makes the sounds. What makes the Axe FX? They're both digital, and you can make your own sounds. So.
I don't really know, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never tried the Helix. The only time I've tried an Axe FX is like using one of my friends. So I've never really had one at home to record and play with. Really, I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's just the way that each manufacturer, like their way of digitally modeling amps, like is one better than the other, or I really don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying. I use the Bias Effects desktop also too for recording, and it took me a couple months, but I got that thing sounding pretty damn good too.
Yeah, I've tried that one out too. That Bias Effects is pretty sweet. It's cool that you can change like all the tubes, and I don't know. There seems to be a lot more settings you can play with the Bias Effects, but it definitely is a little bit more of a learning curve, especially if you don't really know much about amps. Because I know for Line 6 stuff and Axe FX, like there's a ton of presets that you can just like download, and you can kind of just be like, okay, well, yeah, this preset sounds good, so fuck it, I'm just going to use this for a while. So it's easier to kind of get going. Whereas the bias ones, I found like some of the presets were like, there is presets available, but they're more specific. Like they don't really work with all guitars as well necessarily.
I noticed.
That makes sense.
That yeah, they have the tone cloud where you can go in and, but I noticed that too. I messed around with probably 50 of the presets, and I was like, there has to be one that's actually good, and I didn't like any of them, and I was kind of disappointed for a while. But then I went in there and just tweaked my own and really took my time with it and changed it. You could change the preamp tubes. You can change. Everything you can think of with an amp, you can change it, and I got.
So you go like 12AX7, 6L6, and it'll make your tone.
Yeah,
that's dope, man. The thing about Line 6 that we liked, there's a ton of presets. Like on Leisure's amp, he got that Spider 4. You can dial up like the kill switch engage tone, and it sounds tight. And you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. It's nice, dude. It's convenient.
Also why they kind of get a bad rep too is because I don't know if it's just because a lot of like younger kids buy them and they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna use this preset, and I don't know, maybe it's just like tone snobs being like, oh, well, people are just using these presets, so it's blah blah blah, like not as artistic, and they're just using presets. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere though, but I mean,
for sure.
It's definitely making it too easy for
it's
making them lazy a little bit, like you said. Okay, and then for years they sit there and they think that sounds really
they'll
good.
just use the one preset. Oh, that's my tone. We talked to have you ever heard the band they're a prog band out of Germany called Eden Circus?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, they're amazing. But those guys, we had them on the podcast last week, and you want to talk about tone snobs, man. These guys, they're super, super meticulous with their tone. And you listen to their record, it's called Marula. The tone is amazing, dude. And these guys have dialed in their tone. They use diesel amps, and, their tone's amazing, So there's a place, you organically using, valve amps and stuff to get these crazy good tones.
Yeah, definitely.
But then again, that's their tone. They don't got 1,000 other tones like you can with like Axe FX or the Pod HD or something, So, pluses and minuses to everything.
Well, yeah, I know there's tons of people that are they're like sticklers for using real amps with real tubes and real valves and all that, and like that's cool. Like I get it, but the main reason that I use digital stuff is just because to me it's way easier. Like I don't really have a way to mic up my cab with like a real amp and I can't really like crank it in my house to record it properly. It's just way easier to just plug in a digital amp simulator because it all just runs through USB, and I could record with like headphones or whatever, and I don't really like it could be silent to everyone else in the house, and I don't know. It's just it's easier in that sense, and like you said too, like it gives you more options. Like you're not stuck to just using one amp head.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have, like a freaking 50 pedal board like that you got to carry around with you to every gig or anything.
Yeah.
See, and that's cool too, though, because you don't like that's the cool thing about there being so many products out there is nobody has to be the same.
No.
And with the Line 6 and all the tones that are preset in there, the kill switch engage, and all the stuff that they have in there. There's some people out there that just want to play that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, sure.
they're just lovers of Killswitch or something, or lovers of Deftones, and they just want to play that shit. So they just tune into that and they just play that, and they never learn their own shit. They don't want to,
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like
Just
fuck
like
it.
the hobbyist or the recreational guitar
Yeah.
player. They want to learn their favorite songs on guitar, and this tone will let them sound close to what the record sounds like or whatever. And when they play it, it's like, all right, dude, I can hear this song. It sounds the way that I remember it sounding on the record or something. So there's definitely a place, dude. It's way
Definitely.
cool. So we just saw, Massive Metal Covers. You guys just dropped a song the other day, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
The was it the Titanic?
Yeah, that's the
Heart
one.
Will Go On.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, we had Brian Storm on the podcast. What was it, like 2 months ago now, right?
Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah. So I mean, that's cool, man. That you guys do all that work together. We're definitely fans of it. We watch all the videos.
Yeah, I've been working with him for I don't know, like 3 years, probably 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And I actually just met him for the first time last year in person because he lives in Virginia and I live in Canada, right? Like we
Yeah.
don't live anywhere near each other.
Like totally across.
Yeah. So I think we had already done like 200 songs together by the time we even met each other. It was-
Face to
it's pretty
face.
cra- Yeah.
Crazy.
That's crazy too, because remember that Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they fucking did all this fucking acting and shit because something like the raccoon and fucking the
Groot.
the tree guy.
Groot.
Right? So those motherfuckers were never there. They were just recording their voice,
Yeah.
and then they came out on fucking fucking Tonight Show or something, and that was like the first time they ever met.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
From
when Vin
doing-
Diesel
yeah,
was
I
on
was
there,
like,
they were
what
like,
the-
"Oh, hey, nice to meet
He was
you."
like, "Oh, hey, what's up, dude?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like that's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah,
That
they're
you-
doing it on green screen and shit, so they're having
Yeah.
to like really like pretend and stuff that
Yeah.
that they're there.
dude,
That's
and,
crazy.
and like it's got to be kind of fucking crazy when you do stuff like with Brian. You're doing stuff with Brian all the time. You say you do like 200 things, and finally meet him,
Yeah.
but like you develop a relationship while you're working with this person, and you're like, oh, you're fucking cool, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'd love to meet you. Like fucking, we should fuck. It's got to be kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking feeling weird as fuck. I'd be like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Oh man, it was super weird.
Awkward.
The first time I met it, well, it was weird because like I picked him up at the airport. Him and his roommate John. John is the other guy who does Massive Metal Covers with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they both flew out to Vancouver like last May, I think.
Yeah.
And it was really weird like picking them up from the airport. Because you kind of have this like preconceived image of like how they're gonna act, I guess, in real life.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it's funny to see if you're right or not.
That's fucking crazy, dude. I think it's crazy.
Yeah, but the weirdest part for me was after I picked them up, when I was driving them back to my house. I was the one driving, so when I was like focused on driving and looking at the road and talking to them, it was like not weird at all because I had talked to both of them, hundreds of times.
yeah.
But then like the weird part for me was I was talking to them and then I would like look to my right and they were actually there and I was just like, oh shit.
As long
And
as
I
you
was
didn't
like-
make eye contact, it was
Yeah.
almost like before.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could just pretend like you were on the phone or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was almost like I forgot that they were actually in the car, and then
Yeah.
I would look and be like, "Oh fuck!"
Like
shit,
they were on
right.
speaker. You thought they were on speakerphone or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like I think I would fucking trip out too. Like this motherfucker's actually right next to me. Like
Yeah.
we're not on the phone right
Yeah.
now. You know?
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the internet, though. You know, it brings everybody together. It's you know, this couldn't happen 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You know.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, even the idea of like, you know, flying to a different country to meet some guy who you worked with on like Facebook and YouTube, like it's just such a weird concept. And when you really think about it, like, I don't know, it's just crazy.
It's got to be completely normal now. Like
totally.
This has to happen 1,000 times a day, you know, all over the world. You know, people are, you know, working together and they never actually meet, you know, because everything's done over the internet, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Well, it's cool too though. Like what we're doing right now, we got him on Skype. We can see him. You know, at least we can see him. You know.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just hear a voice and be like, "The fuck does that person look like?" You know, like who am I talking to? You know. But now technology's gone further to where you can see somebody, talk to somebody. You know, it's cool because fucking sometimes there's people that you click with that are just too far to reach to kick it. You know.
Yeah.
But this is how you do it, right here.
It changed the world, man.
Yeah, and I come from dude. I'm so fucking. I feel so old because I'm like, damn. I remember the times when my friends would say, "Did you see that shit on the internet?" And I'd be like, "Well, hold on. Let me fucking unplug this phone and
Let me
fucking
get off the phone so I can get online.
and then fucking dial up to that motherfucker." You know what I mean? I'm like,
It's all-
fuck.
No,
Yeah, it's all
hey, the best shit.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, dude, AOL like 2.0. It's like 1996 or some shit, and you'd be cyber pimping in a chat room. You'd be talking to broads, and they'd be like, "Yo, I'm gonna send you a picture," and you're like, "Yeah," and you're like, "Yo, send it tonight. When I wake up in the morning, it'll be downloaded." And you get up in the morning, and it'd be downloading like line by line, and you'd have like half of her face, and you'd be like, "Oh, I think she's hot." When I get home from school today, we'll find out. Yeah. It would take you like fucking 12 hours to download one image, dude. Over like, it was like 28.8 dial-up internet or some shit. And then if your mom picked up the phone, you're fucked and you had to start all over again.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the fucking, that makes me feel old, man.
And I vaguely remember dial-up. It was when I don't know, I think like we only had like one computer in the house, and it was like my dad's work computer. And I remember like very vaguely having to do the dial-up. Like I remember the sound, obviously. Like who could forget that? But yeah, I don't really think I used it for anything other than to just like, I don't know, look at like Lego or some bullshit when I was like 8 years old.
Now my 5-year-old's walking around the house with an iPad, and he's like all over the internet. You know, he can't even read, but he can navigate through Google and YouTube and find all of his videos. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty crazy. It'll be interesting to see how much farther things go.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's going to be crazy because I see, you know, if you relate, like even you, when you were, you know, my son's age, when you were 5, you were probably playing with like fucking Tonka trucks and Legos,
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
and these kids are like, my son's like, "Yo, you want to play Call of Duty?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Goat Simulator?
yeah,
That's his favorite game.
He's always jamming on Goat Simulator. You know, he's got a freaking Xbox One in his room. He's 5, and he's just dorking out playing Titanfall online and kicking people's asses. I'm like, holy shit. Like, if these kids aren't fucking brilliant when they're older because of technology and the way that things are going, I'm going to be floored.
No, well,
It's making us smarter and dumber at the same time.
lazier.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Lazy.
definitely making
Yeah.
us lazier.
That's fucking. It's making fucking people hella fucking lazy, dude. You got to force your kids to go fucking outside, dude. You
I
have
was
to
old
force 'em.
school, dude. My dad did not like that shit. He saw me playing video games.
Take
it,
your
it
ass
was
outside.
on. Yeah, it's all. Let's go play
Yeah.
catch. Or
Yeah.
he's all, "You've been on that all day," and I just got on it, and I was like, "All right, you know." So
Dude, like me when I grew up and when I was young, like I had everything. I had the Nintendo when it first came out. Fucking Power Glove,
Sega.
Yeah,
Power Glove?
Yeah, like-
Power Glove was tight. I wore that
I
shit
remember
to
that.
school.
I never
man.
had one.
dude. I had everything, but dude, I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to play fucking baseball. Yeah, I mean, like I wanted to do all that shit. I'm just glad I did not just sink into fucking Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Yeah, but it was different then, man. The games were fucking weak and shit.
Not
you know?
not in our minds they
Not
weren't.
really. Not,
Yeah,
not
true,
at that
true,
time,
true.
bro.
The graphics were awesome.
Fucking
yeah.
that time, Contra was the shit, bro.
Metroid, bro.
Ninja Gaiden, all that.
Ninja
Shinobi.
Fucking Double Dragon.
Double
bro.
Dragon.
Woo!
What? God damn.
Shit. That was fucking
Pac-Man.
awesome.
Oh no.
Fuck, I'm buying me a
Dude,
Nintendo.
how old do you think I am, motherfucker?
60s.
You're fucking pretty old, bro. You're not that far behind me, so kick back.
Yeah, I think the first console I had was like the N64,
Ooh,
Yeah, those
GoldenEye.
are fucking cool too, man.
and but yeah, like I was the same way. Like my parents would be like, "Okay, you're only allowed to play an hour a day, and then you gotta go outside and do whatever else you gotta do." And that was the way it was for a long time. And then eventually one day they just gave up, I guess.
So, Andrew, being Canadian, is it safe to say that you came directly out of the womb with a pair of hockey skates on?
Dude, I actually don't know anything about hockey.
Damn.
I'm the worst Canadian possible.
Do you know what Strange Brew
Muffin
is?
Man.
Dude,
Strange brew.
Yes.
I don't.
dude, you need to dig down
I don't
into
either.
Canadian history.
You don't know what Strange
Rick
Brew is?
Moranis,
No.
bro. And
I don't know anything. Was this hockey talk? I
Hey,
don't know hockey.
What's up, eh?
I know Kopitar.
Hey,
Everything's A, eh?
yeah, that fucking Strange Brew movie.
That's just fucking.
good shit.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
If I find a mouse in a beer bottle, do I get free beer? Eh?
Fucking drunken fucking dogs, eh?
Yeah, I give
know?
the dog a beer.
I love that movie. dude.
Hosehead. The dog's
Yeah,
name was Hosehead.
the Hosers.
Hey, Hoser.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Gotta watch it. Gotta watch
That's
it.
good shit.
It's old
man.
as fuck, but
Yeah, it's
damn,
from the
cool.
80s.
I was gonna say if you two know it and we don't, then that's probably because it's a really old movie. It's probably like from the 50s.
Originally, it was a skit on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
That's where it
Saturday
came
Night
from.
Live.
Oh,
And then it made it into a fucking movie,
They
and it
made
was
it
fucking
just
so
like all the
funny.
other ones. Like what was the broad that would stick her hands in her armpits and smell her
Mary
fingers?
Catherine Gallagher.
Yeah, the
When I get nervous, I put my hands in my arms and I smell like this. Yeah.
yeah, they're all Saturday Night Live skits. So that was another
Night at the
movie.
Roxbury.
Yeah, Night at the Roxbury,
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live. So it's just one of those SNL movies.
Yeah, it was cool. It was
good
it's cool.
shit.
You should watch it.
Well, I'll have to look into that.
I love how
guess.
Ted though assumes that. I think how many Canadian guests have we had so far?
We've had a couple now.
and he
like
adds,
three.
that's like the primary question is
I
like
think
the hockey.
I think he's the
question.
second. It was Lauren was the other
Lauren.
one.
Yeah,
right?
we had Lauren Babick on.
Oh, did you know lots about?
Yeah,
hockey?
she's a big time Maple Leafs fan.
Dude, there was someone else that was from
Ooh.
No, Cole Rowland.
Cole
Oh
Rowland.
yeah, Cole Rowland.
He didn't
I
know. He was
forgot.
like, dude, I'm
Yep.
not a hockey fan
Yeah,
either.
not a hockey fan. And then
Yeah.
I talked about hockey anyway.
Dude, I'm Mexican. I don't watch football.
Yeah.
Do you watch boxing? Mexicans like boxing.
I don't like boxing. I like UFC. I like MMA.
Ooh, yeah. Are you an MMA fan?
No.
No MMA. Dang.
Well, that's not a
Fucking-
Mexican thing.
Pretty
What?
much
Or
like
a
any
Canadian
sport you can ask me, I'm gonna say no.
That's awesome.
Now you're busy. You're a busy guy,
You're busy
man. It's hard
doing
to follow that
school
kind of
and
stuff.
music and shit. You're not like us, so we just freaking sit on our ass. And
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got fucking things to do, bro. We're fucking boring. We reach out to people just so we can say we did something cool. You know, that was cool,
Yeah, we talked to this guy. It was awesome.
dude. So what's on the agenda for the future here? You got any plans?
What is on the agenda for the future? Like I said, my band is releasing our album. I don't know when. I'm hoping that it'll be out by like July or August or something like that. So I got that coming up. Going to be doing a bunch more Massive Metal covers. We're hoping to try. I don't know if this is going to happen, so I can't like guarantee it. But we're hoping to try to do 2 covers a month from now on, if possible.
Wow. That's a lofty goal.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. It's a lot of work for Brian, especially because for me and John, it's a little easier because there's 2 of us, so we kind of alternate between either I do the cover or John does the cover. So it's a little easier for us, but Brian's got to sing on all of them, so
Yeah.
we'll see how that works out. I hope we can make it work. That would be awesome.
Did you guys do the Jumpman cover yet?
Jumpman? No, we haven't.
Brian said that was coming, man. I'm waiting for it.
Is that fucking Drake shit?
That's the Drake song, dude.
Dude, I don't think I'm old, so I don't listen to everything that comes out. You know, I'm late on that shit. That shit's supposedly that song is older than shit.
Really?
But I'm like, fuck, that song's bad. You know, like they're like, dude,
They're
that's
like,
old.
I'm over it.
They're like, it's old. You know, but that fucking Taylor Swift thing where she falls off the fucking treadmill to that song.
Yeah,
like
where
she's
she's
just
rapping.
fucking. She's right there, and she's like gorilla fucking. I'm like, oh shit, she's getting it. And then she just says boom, and I'm like, oh fuck, and I just go off, dude. It was the most hilarious thing I've seen
That's
in
a
like
good
a long time.
What song was that?
That was it was a commercial for
Apple Music.
For Apple Music, yeah, and she was running on the treadmill, like rapping along to Jumpman, and then she like eats shit on the treadmill, like falls down and it spits
It's
her out the
fucking
back.
hilarious.
I haven't seen that.
But you guys all did a Taylor Swift cover too, didn't you?
Yeah, I think Brian and John did 2. I think they did Style and I can't remember the name.
Blank
of that
Space.
one. No, I did Blank Space with Lauren.
That's right. Yeah, you did the Blank Space with Lauren.
And
That came out good.
Yeah, I was really happy with that one. Cole Rollin was on that one too. Actually, he did a guitar solo. And then me and Brian and John did Bad Blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't, dude. I'm so bad at remembering the song names.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they've done Style, and they did. What's the other one? It was like the most popular one. It was like, haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What the fuck's the name of
Oh.
that song?
Fuck.
Shake it off.
Shake it off. Shake it
There
off.
you go.
I'm like looking at my girlfriend, and she's like mouthing the song titles to me.
That's
Hey,
funny.
so your band, because when we talked to Lauren, this was like a thing that she was talking about as well, and I wanted to know from you, since you guys are putting out this album, do you guys see any touring coming?
We definitely want to tour again. We don't have anything planned right now, but yeah, we've toured Canada once before, like 2 years ago now. And that was a lot of fun. That was a great experience, and I would love to do that again. I really want to get to America and tour America because that would be awesome.
Yeah, she was talking about that, and she was like, "Man, it's the money thing
really
is
hard,
fucking
man.
tough."
Yeah, it's gonna
you
be
know?
expensive.
Yeah,
But-
well, okay. The thing is, for American musicians to come into Canada, there's like no hassle at all. I mean, unless you have some type of criminal charge, you can basically just cross the border and they'd be like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, have fun."
Yeah.
like they don't give a shit.
Yeah,
But if you're a Canadian band and you try to play in America, it's crazy. You have to have like all these permits and work visas and shit, and it's like, I don't know. You basically have to spend, I don't know the exact number, but it's like, I think it's like $500 per band member to get
shit.
a visa. So it's just like, man, like, you know, it's not like we're gonna be making a ton of money on tour. So it's kind of like we have to just like put ourselves into debt to even get across the border, and then
Yeah.
like hopefully the tour goes well. So it's kind of like it's, I don't know, it's stressful, but I mean, regardless, I still want to do it at some point in time. I just don't know when that's gonna happen, but I definitely want to make it happen.
That's crazy.
yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I wish it was a little easier, especially because touring Canada is awesome, but the only bad thing about touring Canada is there's way less people, so
Yeah,
you have to drive like way farther between each venue to get to the next one. So, you know, it's like on average, I think it was like 8 to 12 hours between each stop on the tour.
Eesh.
Whereas in the States, you know, like you can usually hit like 2 or 3 cities per state. I mean, depending on the state, but
Yeah.
you know, like even if you just go like from Washington up to like California, like there's so many places you could.
That's a
hit.
good run.
Yeah, that'd
to
be
do.
like
Well,
a,
yeah,
a
'cause you
West
could-
Coast tour.
Yeah.
and you'd fucking go through fucking Seattle, and Seattle's
Yeah, you
a
go
big one.
Seattle, you go Portland, you can come down through California,
Sacramento,
San Francisco,
San Francisco, Bakersfield,
Fresno, Bakersfield,
Yep.
LA, San Diego,
Then you could
Mexico,
go-
the ocean.
fucking early Mart.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
You know, you hit
exactly.
Las Vegas and stuff. You know,
Yeah, that's a
That makes
fucking cool
sense.
one.
yeah, that'd be a if you hit the wet or Phoenix, you could go Phoenix.
Yeah, you might be able to fucking. You probably be going too far if you hit fucking like New Mexico and shit.
Yeah,
You could do
but if you
Phoenix
did like
and go back
Arizona,
to
Nevada, California,
Las Vegas,
Oregon,
yeah.
Washington,
Yeah.
that whole West Coast, that would be totally feasible.
Yeah, definitely, and like I said, like all those places are not that far away from each other. It's not like
Yeah.
an 8 to 12 hour drive between every single.
Don't
thing.
go to fucking Texas because there's a fucking mission to go
Ooh.
from one fucking place to the, like from one side to the other side. You're fucked. That's
Yeah.
fucking shit's ridiculous. I'm like, God damn.
Still, it's not as big as driving through California.
Well, fucking-
no, the length it's pretty close from what I hear.
No,
Is it really?
It's
a
Because
big-ass
Texas
state.
has a little tiny little tip on West Texas, and then you got to go all the way to the east.
it's probably farther, bro. To drive, you can probably drive through California.
Yeah, I would
Shorter
argue
from
that.
shorter.
from Oregon border to
No.
Mexican border.
No, you said California. Are you talking from Oregon or from California?
No, well he's
driving-
he's
driving
talking about
through
from
the
the
West
thing?
Coast.
the border
Oh.
border of
Yeah.
California, Oregon.
If you
to
drive
the-
Yeah.
if you drive California like
Guarantee
east
you,
to
bro.
west, I mean it's
guarantee you,
No,
if you
no.
get from that little fucking peak at the bottom to that fucking high peak on top, fucking far as fuck, bro.
well, yeah.
Far as fuck. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I've Googled mapped this shit, bro.
We drive to Texas every other year from here too, so it's a long drive.
Man, I ain't
It's not
trying
like
to
the
drive
fucking
all
East
that
Coast,
shit.
bro. Everything's fucking like
Yeah,
1 hour
2
away.
hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck, you
drive
cross
through a
state lines every hour, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, shit.
And
That's
Canada's
cool.
got a lot of fucking wilderness, bro. I'd be worried about.
Dude,
like,
hey, what?
a
So what's
grizzly
up?
bear or some
Okay,
shit.
what's in the middle? Okay, like over there on that side, we got Toronto, right? Like on the east
And then
coast,
Vancouver.
and Vancouver's way over here. But what's in the middle of that shit?
Yeah, what's in the middle of Canada? We don't even fucking know.
I'm like, is there just a bunch of trees and
The
forests
Bermuda
and shit?
Triangle.
Fucking Sasquatch,
there's,
the Sasquatch.
Instead of states, we have provinces, right? So we
Yeah.
got. I live in BC, and that's on the West Coast, and then there's Ontario on the other end,
Uh-huh.
and then in between there's like Alberta and
Okay.
Manitoba,
Manitoba moose,
Saskatchewan as well.
Saskatchewan.
No.
Rough Riders, the
yeah.
Saskatchewan Rough Riders of the
No.
CFL.
We're not talking about hockey.
No, that's football. That's Canadian
That's fucking
football.
Canadian football.
Oh, shit.
Saskatchewan, bro. They won a fucking Canadian Bowl.
The what
The
is
Grey
it?
Cup.
Grey Cup.
yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
but it's a lot of just like prairie provinces, so it's pretty much just like flat ground for the most part.
Yeah.
Other than like going from BC to Alberta, which is the West Coast province to the next one over. There's like the Rocky Mountains in between those, and that shit's pretty crazy. But once you get past the mountains, it's pretty flat for a really long time, basically up until you hit Ontario. When you hit the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
So up there by you in BC, you got Whistler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever go riding up there?
Yeah. I haven't gone skiing for like a really long time. I don't snowboard because I have terrible balance and like I can't even stand up on it. But I ski every once in a while, but I haven't been in like 2 years or something like that. But I go to Whistler like probably like 2 or 3 times a year usually.
Yeah.
Even just to like hang out up there because it's really nice.
Yeah, I used to be like diehard into snowboarding, and I remember like Whistler was my shit. I always wanted to go there, and I never made it. So maybe at some point I'll get up there and finally get to go ride that mountain.
I doubt it.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. You would definitely like it.
I don't know, my body's pretty fucked up these days, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard enough for me to freaking walk, let alone snowboard.
Yeah, I think
I've got a. I just found out, I had an MRI and I have a really bad compressed disc in my L4, L5, and it's pinching my sciatic nerve, and it's just really fucking me up right now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bummer, but
Yeah.
you need to retire.
I need to retire.
Yeah, well, if you ever come to Whistler, let me know, and I'll meet you up there maybe.
That would be fun, man. Tour guide.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm totally down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really nice place, though. I always have a lot of fun there, even if you don't really do anything. Just walking around and I don't know, going to the village and.
I bet it's badass in the summertime too, like for hiking, streams. There's probably good fishing out there.
Yeah, well, I mostly just go up there to, I don't know. It's just nice to hang out, and there's a really nice lake up there called Lost Lake as well. Even just like lying on the beach, I don't know, just relaxing. It's
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What going back to music, we kind of freaking threw a frisbee and went way the fuck out there.
We started talking about geography and shit.
Fucking badass.
Hey man, it's good conversation, right? What like coming up, man? What were your musical influences? Like what was the influence that really like triggered you to want to play music?
Oh man, I'm pretty sure it was Linkin Park back in the day.
The first record,
No, Meteora.
Meteora.
Yeah, that was the first time I heard them. Was what song was it? I don't know. It was probably like, you know, one of the typical ones like Numb or something like that.
Yeah.
But I heard that and I was like, oh, like this is crazy. I'd never really heard anything like that before. And at the time, you know, I was like 12, 13 years old, and I was like, this is the heaviest music that could ever exist. 'Cause I didn't know anything. And then I had a friend in high school who he played guitar already. And I would always hang out with him, and he kept playing like all this music like at the time that I thought was horrible. He would always play like Slipknot and like System of a Down and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, this is just noise. Like, I hate this. But then he was like, I don't care. I'm going to play it anyways because it's my house. And I was like, fair enough. So he just kept playing it over and over and over. And then eventually I was like, okay, you know, I get this. Like, I actually like this. This is awesome. So that's kind of how I started to get into it. I guess through like new metal. So the big three for me were like Linkin Park, System of a Down, and Slipknot. Yeah, and then I think I asked my parents for a guitar for Christmas when I was like 13, and they got me one of those like really shitty, you know, like Chinese Stratocaster knockoffs that I actually still have. And I started learning how to do cover songs on that, just learning guitar tabs, and it kind of just spiraled out of control from there.
Yeah, music has especially like in the beginning, you know, you just become obsessed.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all you want to do. I know when I started playing drums, I was driving my mom nuts because, you know, you just play for hours every single day. You know, but
Yeah.
that's where you get good. You know, all the guys that I know that are accomplished musicians and that are, you know, proficient on their develop that proficiency. You know, you develop that proficiency when you're a kid.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
it's definitely way easier to, or well, I don't know if it's definitely way easier, but it seems to be way easier to learn an instrument when you're younger. I don't know if it's just because you have more patience or more time or what it is, but like I know for me, like I've tried learning like new guitar techniques or even like getting better at guitar now seems to be way harder than it was when I was younger, because when I was younger, I guess I could just practice for like as long as I possibly could, and you know, I didn't really need to worry about anything else, whereas now it's like, you know, I got like an hour or two to play guitar, and then that's all I can really play in a day, and then I've got other shit to do, right?
exactly.
It's gotta fucking suck for everybody around you, fucking when you're learning, because they're like,
Oh,
"Fuck, that
God,
shit
it sounds
like
fucking
garbage."
terrible.
What the fuck is that?
And not only that, but it's like when I'm playing my drums now, the drums sound good. You know, you're playing on a nice, high quality drum set, and you're actually playing something that sounds good. When you're a kid, you're playing on just dog shit equipment.
Yeah.
You're just banging the shit out of it. It sounds like ass. And your neighbors,
I think drums more so than guitar, obviously, because what do you do when you're a kid on drums? You just bang the shit out of them.
Bang the shit out of them.
You know, and you can't. There's no volume. You're just fucking going at it.
You know, going like saying like now, you know, teaching an old dog new tricks. I completely understand that because playing with Mark, you know, Mark and I started playing music together like probably like the beginning of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Mark, you know, he's bringing in all this, you know, this new type of metal for me, like the monuments and intervals and all that shit. Whereas before, you know, when I was really grinding and playing in bands, dude, I was playing in like new metal bands.
Yeah.
So the style of drumming and the dexterity that it takes to play, you know, this newer shit like the monuments, like trying to play like Anoop and what's that kid's name that I really like? The Alex Rudiger.
Yeah, Rudiger.
Yeah, so like listening to these guys, you know, I'm having to play catch up, and it's fucking hard, man, because, you know, these guys are a lot younger than I have, and they've developed their shit. You know, I don't know, man. It's hard to pick up these new styles, and I don't have all day to sit there and practice. So I'm definitely, you know, I'm right there. I'm struggling with some of these newer techniques, and you know, getting all these syncopated bass drum patterns and stuff. It's tough.
Yeah, I like how you're like, I could do that. And then he gets on there and he's like,
I'm like,
"See?
oh,
It's
I
actually
did
more.
it."
It's actually more me going,
Yeah.
dude, Ted, learn this song. Look, it's not that hard. Listen to it. And then Ted goes, no, watch the drummer. And then I'm like, oh, never mind. Well, take your time. You know,
take your time, but yeah,
Learn it.
definitely.
you can still learn it. Just break it down in the every little part.
Well, shit, man, like that fucking intervals guy. God, what's the fuck's his name?
The dude with the crazy setup.
Yeah,
the
he's
two floor
got
toms like
he
right
plays
on the other side
same
of the
size
snare.
kit I do. It's a 4-piece drum set, but instead of have his mounted rack tom like up here where normal people have it, he has it like by his hi-hat down, like even with his leg, and he's playing all these patterns. And in order to play the patterns, you'd have to be playing open-handed. You know, you can't have your hands crossed up. So it's just a completely foreign idea of playing drums, you know.
Well, there's definitely like, I don't know, or even like looking at you know, like Tosin Abasi from Animals as Leaders, like the shit that he does on guitar is just like, dude, like what, like how did you even figure out you could do that? To me, at least.
Yeah, he's influenced a lot by Victor Wooten, the bass player.
Yeah.
That's what got him into all that, and he just took something that someone else. Well, I mean, he has his crazy own style, but the cool thing is he took something that is from a different instrument, and you know, applied it to his, which was, and then on top of all the crazy rhythms and shredding and all that, he's a beast, man. He's crazy.
Mm-hmm. He's like the Steve Vai of our generation here, right?
Well, he was on that Generation X tour last month with Steve Vai.
Yeah.
With Steve Vai and a
Yngwie.
couple others. I can't remember who.
Yeah, it was Vai,
Satriani?
Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yeah.
I don't know if Satriani was on it.
No, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think he was on that one.
I think it was also, was it Zach Wild maybe?
Yeah, Zach Wild was the other guy.
Wow.
Shit.
That's a crazy. And then Tosin Abasi.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
fuck-
he must.
that's-
I mean,
he must be like.
I was gonna
"Oh,
say he
shit."
was probably like
Like
starstruck the whole
legendary
time.
Fucking motherfuckers, you know.
Yeah,
They've got to be all the guys that he looked up to, you know?
yeah.
Well, it's crazy though because he's looking at these guys that, like you said, he's probably looked up to fucking every one of them because every one of them has been around for a long time. But the crazy part about it is they're looking at him like, "Hey, you're bad, man." You know what I mean? Like, you're one of us. You know what I mean? Like,
That
oh
would be
shit.
mind blowing.
I bet
I'd be
you he's
fucking-
nervous. I bet you he's nervous as hell playing. I wouldn't be able to play in
yeah.
front of Steve Vai.
Oh
I'd be-
fuck no! I'd be like, dude, I suck.
yeah, on my
You know what I mean?
on my Steve Vai universe, trying to play a Steve Vai song in front of Steve
Yeah,
Vai. No.
yeah, dude, you gotta fucking
No,
come
thank you.
correct.
But you
bro.
didn't have a problem playing in front of Monkey.
Oh well, yeah. Well,
That guy's a freaking...
It's fucking corn.
That-
though,
I had a
bro.
few drinks before that. I told him when I went in there, I was like,
Korn are like the biggest fucking... That's like the Metallica of now, dude. Those guys are
I was
huge.
nervous, but I had some beers and that kind of relaxed me.
Yeah,
and they
yeah, you're
they were cool dudes because they're from Bakersfield. They're from the same town we're in. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, that was cool jamming with them. That was pretty surreal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
bad.
like, we opened for Periphery a couple of years ago, and I was just like, "What the fuck is
That's cool.
happening?"
Oh, God, dude. Periphery's like... They're definitely in my top 3.
Yeah,
I love that band.
It was the first show that I played guitar on. That was the first show when I switched from doing vocals to doing guitar, and then we opened for Periphery, and it was pretty nerve wracking. I think we did okay. I don't know.
Was
Yeah.
that on the Periphery 2 tour?
Yeah, it was with Dead Letter Circus.
Yeah.
And
The
12-Foot Ninja?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to that tour. Leisure and I, we caught that show. That was an amazing show, man. So that must have been really, really cool because all those bands, Dead Letter Circus is one of my favorite bands too. I love that band.
Yeah, I was really sad though because Born of Osiris was supposed to be on it, but
Yeah, we saw him.
Born of Osiris can't come to Canada
Oh
because
shit.
I guess some of them have criminal records. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read some things
Yeah.
about Born of Osiris, dude. I'm a fan of the band, though. I mean, they're
They're one of my
badass.
favorite bands, so I was pretty sad that they didn't get to come across. I was kind of expecting it though, because I think they had tried to come to Canada like 3 or 4 times before that, and every single time they got denied. So I was kind of like, they're
Damn.
probably not going to make it, but it would be awesome if they did.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's from what I heard, it's super hard to get in there with any kind of crazy. What's his name? That actor got all held up there. Was it Randy Quaid? I think it was. It was all
Well,
over
if
the
you have-
news.
If you have like any DUI or
That's
like,
Yeah.
They won't let you in.
Shit.
You know,
Wow.
that comedian Joey Diaz that I really like. Joey Diaz is like banned from Canada. He can't go there either.
yeah.
Canada's fucking pretty fucking like they're pretty strict on fucking how they make everything happen, you know?
Yeah.
So I get it though. I
That's
get
smart.
it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, they don't
dude.
want no bullshit in their country.
No.
Look
Yeah,
at
it's
how the
crazy that-
United States is now.
It's crazy though, cause fucking I'm like, god damn, there's some fucking Hell's Angels over there and shit. I'm like, how the fuck they get in that motherfucker? You know
Well,
what I
they
mean?
started there, or
They forced their
Born
way
here,
in.
man, I think. I don't know.
Hell's
Shit,
Angels are worldwide, man.
I
They're in
know.
every country.
Well, I know that, but fuck, are they that fucking hardcore?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm
fuck
like, you
yeah.
know what? Fuck that, dude.
No, they're
No, they're
Let
hard,
me in.
they're
motherfuckers,
legit, dude. They're legit.
Man, come on now.
Don't get our podcast in trouble.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. We don't want to
Nah,
fucking.
fuck that,
we don't
bro.
want the red and white showing up out
No.
front, dude.
Oh fuck! Are you guys scared? Are you guys scared?
Well, fuck,
Let's
man.
talk about something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Talk about something else,
let's throw a
guys.
frisbee out there. Let's do. Yeah. Sorry, red and white.
It's all right.
We're
It's all right.
fans. We're fans on the Beat Lab podcast.
Not
Do
me.
your thing.
Anyways, so
That's like when the fighter and the kid were fucking talking about like anonymous, that fucking hacking group. I'm like, yeah, you don't want to play with fire.
You don't wanna
'Cause then
play with
you're gonna
hackers.
you're gonna have your dick pics all over the fucking internet.
yeah, that shit would be crazy.
Yeah.
But that's a different beast right there, bro. That's a way different beast right
What,
there.
hackers or dick pics?
Hackers, bro.
Oh.
Hackers and dick pics.
Hackers, bro. I'm not touching the dick pic thing.
Oh man.
Yeah, if you've had a dick pic ever go out on a text message ever, anonymous will find it.
Nice.
Somebody.
So, Andrew, do you want to plug yourself in here, your band, your stuff that you're gonna do?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just search up my name on YouTube and you'll find pretty much everything I've ever done. Andrew Baena, or my band name Galactic Pegasus. Yeah, I don't know if you like pop metal music or gent or any of that kind of stuff. I think you'll like what I do. Hopefully.
And Galactic Pegasus is looking at maybe possible release of the album in August.
Yeah, hopefully sometime this summer. It's still getting mixed right now, and then once it's finished being mixed, we have to wait, like a couple months to make sure we have everything we need in order to release it properly, and then it'll be good to go. So
Are
I'm
you guys
hoping-
self-releasing that, or is it? Did you guys have a label pick that up?
I cannot say right now.
Ooh.
Listen to you. Hey. I don't know about all those Star Wars motherfuckers right here, but I say
Right on.
okay. All right, dude. It was cool, man. Cool.
Dude, we
getting
were
a
glad
hold
to
of
have you
bro.
on,
Yeah,
man.
that
It was
was
good
awesome.
conversation. We kind of frisbeed away from music a couple times, but it was good.
That's okay.
It was good conversation, man. It's always fun to have people on and get different perspective, and especially people here getting to hear like kind of like what Canada's like and get perspective from other people. So it was cool, man. We really appreciate your time and coming
no
on and
worries at
hanging
all.
out
Thanks
with
for
us.
having me.
Hell yeah. And I'm looking forward to the Galactic Pegasus record too, because the EPs are tight, man. The music's good. I'm looking forward to what you guys bring out.
Thank you, man. Yeah, hopefully you like it.
I know we'll like it. I know
All right.
we'll like it. So we'll definitely be looking for that.
Awesome.
All right, man.
All right,
Have
bro.
a good one, man. Appreciate it.
All right,
All right,
brother.
see-
All right.
Alrighty.
Later.
Bye.
Peace.
Boom shakalaka. Fucking stoked to have him on the podcast.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Really?
Oh.
Really? Really?
I just wanted to do my own thing. You guys are all doing
Hey.
Matalahoya.
Matalahoya.
And you did the snake or what?
And I did that.
Like at the end of Marcus.
Yeah, like Marcus.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
Anyways, that was cool, man. That was badass.
I love it. I love it. Love talking to new people. It's fun.
We got other stuff to tend to right now. Kid Rock was in the news lately.
That's
And-
funny.
I have no clue what's
And
going
you
on.
guys have
I'm
zero fucking clue.
I don't
which
watch TV a
I'm
lot.
fucking shocked that you guys have zero. Well, I do.
I don't get the
I do watch a
newspaper.
lot of fucking TV, guys. I do
don't
watch a lot
pay
of fucking
attention to
TV.
the news.
Well, you've been
But-
a down unit, bro. So like that's all you've had to do.
Yeah, but even when I'm fucking fully functional, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watch TV. That's what I do, bro.
Is it
a
a trending topic? Because I didn't. I do pay
Oh,
attention to on
it's
Facebook.
fucking-
If it's a trending topic, I'll click on that.
when you listen to this
I'm
fucking
kind of scared.
shit, you're gonna say, "Oh yeah, that should have been trending," and it was. It was trending like a motherfucker. Okay, so
Kim Kardashian.
So Kid Rock-
Now.
Kim Kardashian's butt's always trending.
Twending.
Twending.
there was an incident at Kid Rock's house. I don't know where. I don't know. Where does he live?
It's
Texas.
in. I think it's Nashville, dude.
Probably
Is
Nashville.
he in Nashville?
I think it's
He's a country
Nashville.
guy.
Okay, so he has a big fucking house.
Are you gonna
And-
wait before you do that?
No, I'm not gonna tell you. We're gonna play it.
Oh, okay.
But apparently there was an incident at his house, and he had to make a 911 call.
So that's
So-
all you're gonna tell us.
Yeah, we're gonna play the 911 call, and then I want to talk about
Reactions?
it, and I want to get your guys' fucking reactions here.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's
All right,
let's
let's go.
play this thing, dude. I want to check this out.
Okay, let's play it.
The 911
Monday,
call.
April 25, 2016,
we go.
11:32 and 27
What the
seconds.
fuck? Bing.
What is the exact emergency?
Need an ambulance.
What's
Need an
that?
ambulance.
What is the address?
3-1 White Road. I think my assistant looks to be dead
Okay.
from a Polaris accident.
What the
Okay,
fuck?
I can. Your phone is breaking up really badly. Can you repeat the address?
3631 Night Drive.
Okay. And is this a
There's
house
a gate, the
apartment?
gate code. That's all at the gate.
And what is your phone
Oh, no.
calling from? Okay, your phone is breaking up. Can you go to? I know you're way out in the woods. It looks like from the thing, but I can't hear you. Can you repeat the phone number?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you better now. Yes.
In the ambulance.
Okay, I have not yet because I don't know what's going on. What is your name, sir?
Send the ambulance now.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I don't know. There's a Polaris.
What the
My
hell?
Polaris is off the driveway, and it looks to be my sister to be dead.
Okay.
The body lay next to the front mud.
Okay, and I can't,
Take the last. I need a fucking ambulance.
sir. I'm going to send you an ambulance, but I'm having a hard time hearing you. Your phone is breaking up badly. I heard you say your Polaris is out the
What
driveway.
part of
You
send
know the
ambulance don't
address.
you fucking hear? Send the goddamn ambulance now.
That's right, Kid Rock.
Yelling at me is not going to help the situation.
she's
I'm
an-
just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay.
What's on? I'm sorry. We're
You know the
I don't
address.
know what's going on. We're
Look,
very
now somebody
upset
else is on the
and
line.
shock. I don't.
I understand that, and I'm
What do
trying
you
to
need
help.
help?
Yeah, his phone
I know,
is
I know,
breaking
I'm
up, and I
sorry.
can't understand what he's saying.
Yes,
can you
you
tell me
can.
exactly what happened?
Oh my god.
His car crashed.
We don't know.
And his assistant
we
might be
were going
dead.
to drive to the airport and we couldn't find his assistant.
Okay.
So we went to look for him.
Okay.
And I haven't looked because I can't look.
I understand.
But he appears to be dead. I don't know what happened. If he took it, I don't know what happened. I have no idea.
Who gives a
But we
fuck
woke
what
up
happened?
And he wasn't in the house, so we came to look for him.
They need a
because
full
it's just
explanation now?
Not
Yeah,
like
this
him
is
to
fucking
not be up
stupid, dude.
early.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't in his bedroom, so we came to look for him, and we. Oh my God! Can you just please
Yeah,
send
I'm
somebody?
sending someone out.
I don't know.
Oh,
what
now
happened.
I can.
From what
Thank
I
you.
understand, you guys found him in the driveway. Is that correct?
He's off to the side of the driveway, and we have one like an ATV that we heard the engine running, and we didn't touch anything. It's still running. I haven't looked because I don't want to.
It looked like
but I think he's dead. Oh my God!
Does
Quit
it look
asking
like
her questions.
I don't know what.
Okay. How old
Pardon?
is he? How old is he?
How old is Mike? He's 30. Oh my God!
I would have hung up already. Well, I mean,
Hey, look, I don't know. I didn't look at.
yeah,
I don't
you
want to
need
look
them to
at him,
send
but I think
ambulance.
he's dead.
I understand. Does it look like he wrecked off the ATV?
I think that's what happened because it's in the trees and it's still running.
Okay. And
We didn't touch anything.
I understand.
Oh my God!
Okay, listen to me, okay? We want to help him out if we can, okay? I just have a few more
I
questions.
don't think you can help him. Just please send somebody. Please.
I understand. Okay, hold on just a moment. And just to
Got
make
the
sure,
address.
clarify, is he awake?
is he
They just
away?
said
He said he's
fucking
fucking
dead.
dead.
Is he breathing? No.
Okay.
Is he this Bob? No. I don't want to look, but I don't think he's alive.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to.
He's dead. Oh my God!
This dispatcher
Poor
needs to be
people,
fired,
man.
dude. Stupid.
And her manager.
Okay, I do
Or
have
is
the
it just
call
one girl?
for the paramedics to be on the way and the police, okay?
And the police.
And the
Okay,
police.
thank you.
Okay, I do have a few instructions for you because I want to make sure that we can get help to him if possible, okay? Is there any way that you can go to him?
What?
Oh fuck.
Bob, I don't want to look, but what do you want us to do? I don't want
Yeah.
to touch anything because it's obviously,
Okay, I just want to make sure. I know you say he looks like he's deceased, but he may still be breathing.
Yeah.
If we can give him CPR, I want to do that, okay? So is there any...
Bob, he's not
That's
breathing.
what you should have said at the beginning.
He said his head's all smashed up.
His head is smashed
gone.
up?
Oh.
Okay.
He's not breathing. Yeah, I mean, I haven't looked. I can only tell you what I'm being told.
I understand.
I do not want to look.
I understand.
Tell him the motherfucker's dead.
Oh my God.
Like, come on.
Just okay.
Okay.
All right. We do have them.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Should one of us meet at the gate? We have a gate.
Yeah, if you can, go ahead and meet at the gate, okay? All right, and we do have them on the way. If anything changes or you get any further information, give us a call back, okay?
No, don't do that.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
That dispatcher.
That was ridiculous, dude. I understand they need to know what's going on, but they told, dude, they could have sent somebody before talking to her. He gave them the address.
As soon as the
He said,
address, yeah.
I think my friend's dead.
This is the thing.
That's all they need to know.
I know that emergency dispatch has got to be one of the most stressful and fucking hardest jobs to fucking do. But me not even doing that job, I'm gonna tell you the first thing that I fucking think is, no matter what, if somebody's calling in distress because they need help, I'm gonna tell them, I got somebody on the way, but I need to ask you something.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's on their
She
way
literally
already.
said, I'm not sending anybody.
Yeah,
yet.
she's like, I'm not
nobody's
gonna send
gone
nobody.
yet. I got to ask you these questions.
Okay, sir, you're yelling, so I'm not gonna send somebody if you're yelling, bitch.
Yeah.
Really?
This might be the most traumatic thing he's ever gone through.
Oh, well,
you know,
that's the thing that got me the most is when I heard it, I was like, damn, I've never heard Kid Rock like this. You know, like this is fucking Kid Rock, bro. You know, like I've never heard him. Like the motherfucker was obviously he was crying. He was fucking, you know, like trying to get help, and then he lost his fucking cool because this chick wanted to act fucking stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that's one of the worst things that you can have.
I mean,
shit happened.
Put aside the fact that he's who he is. I mean, if that was anybody and someone was acting, you know, the dispatcher was acting like that, it's just wrong.
Yo, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying to hear Kid Rock like this. I've never heard Kid Rock like this.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm just like, oh shit, dude. And apparently, so what I got afterwards was that this fucking, they had a fucking party or something the day before, and Kid Rock's assistant, he lives there at the house, you know, and apparently it's a fucking long drive to the front road. So there was two people leaving, and he said, well, let me drive you guys out there so you guys can catch the Uber, right? So he fucking drives them out there to the front road, and I guess, you know, he was driving back or something. Something happened in the driveway, you know, or that area closer to the house. But I guess Kid Rock and them went to sleep. When they got up the next day is when they went out and found him.
So this happened the night before?
Yeah, so he's been there all fucking night from I think they said something like midnight or 12:30 or something like that. until the next day in the morning, bro. Like, fuck, that's a long time. And then, she basically said his head smashed.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean fucking, can you take the phone to him, see if he could talk? His fucking head is smashed. His head is gone. Like,
yeah.
Fuck, it was I thought it was crazy. That's why I was shocked you guys didn't hear about it because it's so fucking crazy,
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even see that shit, man.
Yeah, especially when they play shit like this. I'm like,
Man.
oh, shit.
Yeah, I feel for the guy, man, going through that
Yeah,
shit.
that's
And then
sad.
plus his assistant being, in his early 30s.
He was
sounded like
30. Exactly 30.
Man, that's a bummer because you still got a lot of life to live, dude.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit you haven't done yet, and the journey's far from over at 30. So, condolences to his family and his friends and Kid Rock for having to go through, a tragedy like that. And that's a bummer, man. I mean, it would, his assistant, obviously, that guy's probably a tight friend too. He's been his assistant. I can only imagine like going out and, finding one of you guys or something down like that. I mean, it would scar you for life.
Yeah, you have to. It's definitely traumatic. Like the situation, I couldn't even put myself in that situation. Like that's probably like when you talk about, well, what's the worst thing imaginable? That might be one of the things that you would come up with. You know?
You wouldn't. I mean, I know ATVs. That's another thing too. People don't realize how dangerous those are. If you're not wearing protective gear, you think, oh, it's just a little.
Oh yeah.
I could just take it easy, but especially at night like that.
Yeah, coming back, he cruised down to the gate or whatever, and coming back, he was probably goosing it and sliding the ass end of the
or he just couldn't,
quad around,
or the lights went messed up. He couldn't see. I mean, you didn't know that he was doing that. He could have been driving.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're on ATV, you're fucking around, you're having a good time. You're not thinking about the consequences. How many times have you done some kind of risky shit and you were like, ooh, that probably wasn't the smartest thing.
There's a lot of things that you do that you probably say, fuck, that was stupid.
Yeah.
You know? But it's like you said, like you have a Harley yourself. If you drop that motherfucker on its side, if you lay it down, it's gonna fucking be a motherfucker to pick that bitch up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, not only that, but you're gonna get fucked up.
No, but I'm saying just if you drop it, can you pick it up just like nothing?
No, fuck
no. That shit's gonna
the
be
bike weighs like 900 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine if you fall off and then the fucking bike falls on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you said, if his head smashed, somehow it had to have maybe fell on him or something.
Well, they didn't say. Did they say he was pinned under it? I was more thinking like he was thrown off and maybe
it said it was like in the trees and it was still
like
running.
his head could have gotten smashed between the trees somehow.
I didn't hear nothing about what was wrong with him, but I just heard her say that his head smashed.
was all messed up. Yeah,
you know, and
yeah, he probably wasn't wearing a helmet. I'm assuming so.
Well, no.
Well, probably not because he's probably thinking, "Oh, I'm just
riding down
to the road.
gate." I'm on the property.
And people do it all the time. I see people all the time, and I'm talking about out here in the dirt and stuff, driving without helmets.
Dude, how do people drive motorcycles without a helmet? That's crazy.
People are crazy.
That's crazy.
I was up on what's that road that goes from like the 166 you cut off and it goes through Ojai to Ventura? Do you know what road I'm talking about? And it's kind of like way out country road, winding.
The one that goes right by Magic Mountain, like it.
No. Like if you're going 166 towards Pismo, and then you cut off.
Yeah, I don't know.
To Ojai. I was riding that road last summer with a couple guys, and we were on our Harleys, and a dude passed by me, and I swear to God, it was fucking like Easy Rider, dude. The guy had like chopper, swept out front end, and he had his helmet on his sissy bar in the back, and he just had his hair blown in the wind. I'm like, man, dude, like I imagine like, being a Harley enthusiast, which I am, it's nice riding and feeling the wind on your face and everything, but you go down, dude, that's a death sentence. Even wearing a helmet, it's so dangerous, dude, riding your motorcycle, but it takes it 10 degrees higher in how dangerous the activity is by not wearing a helmet.
Yeah, I had a buddy that drives the crotch rockets, and he went up to the mountains one time and was doing their little swervy roads and stuff. And he's full gear. He's got his jacket on. He's got his fucking helmet on, and the motherfucker laid his fucking bike down because he misjudged the turn. Like he dipped too low or something, lost it. And I swear, dude, the only thing fucking stopping him from going over a cliff was fucking barbed wire. And he got caught up in that shit. He had fucking road rage. It was fucking ridiculous, bro. And I was like,
and he was fully prepared for
Yeah.
that. Imagine if he
he was
wasn't.
prepared.
Yeah.
If he wasn't, he'd probably be
you're
dead.
still at risk.
Yeah.
That's life.
You're at more fucking risk. The fucking number one thing that's gonna fucking save your life, because every time you fall, you're gonna die if you fucking hit your
head
head.
injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your fucking helmet is fucking number
Dude,
one.
even
bro.
riding a bicycle, you never know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can get
well,
messed
that's
up.
why it's a law to fucking wear a fucking helmet now on
now.
a bike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because too much shit happens, bro.
Well, I was driving, this morning, running some errands before the podcast, and this guy passes me with a chick on the back of his bike. He's riding a like a Gixxer or R1 or something like that. And here he is. He's in shorts and flip flops, and he's got a girl on the back wearing like straight booty shorts and a tank top.
Nice.
And they're on a crotch rack, and I'm like, yeah, man, both of you guys are gonna have a really, really bad day if anything were to happen. Just not.
It
smart.
happens all the time, though. People are doing that.
Hey,
Until the day that they unfortunately get into some really bad accident, then they realize, well, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
you just got to have respect for that machine, dude.
Yeah.
You're going down the road without a cage around you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's what's between you and the pavement. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, man,
just a sobering reminder, dude.
but I will give Kid Rock some credit, man, because he held his own as long as he could, dude, before he started fucking flipping out. But I give him credit. He gave the fucking address. He even stopped and tried to
Twice.
say, he tried to tell her, there's a gate code. Do you need the gate code? You know what I mean? Like,
he went to a better spot so he
Yeah.
could talk to her. And can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
he
it-
was frustrated.
He
dude.
explained everything he needed to.
and then he lost
Right
it and
then,
was like,
she
just
should've-
send the fucking ambulance,
Yeah,
you know?
it
And
was ridiculous.
Oh, man.
And
I think
he's a cool dude too, man.
yeah,
He's
just
a
the
good guy.
comfort of knowing that she sent somebody would have been good for him. Like,
Why would you tell somebody that
know.
that says dude? She heard him say, "I think my friend's dead," like more than one time, and then she tells him, "I'm not sending until you answer another question." Why would you tell somebody that, dude? I would have. Yeah, he handled himself as well as he could have in that.
I feel
situation.
for him, man. That's a
Yeah.
crazy thing to go through.
yeah, I hope nobody has to go through that again. That was crazy, man. But it'll happen. People, I don't know. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
How's your foot feeling, man? You're out of the walking boot, dude. It's the first time I've seen you in tennis shoes in fucking 3 months.
Yeah.
My foot's good, dude. Like, it's not as bad. The pain's not as bad, but the thing that's preventing me from doing anything is, like, my job requires that at a certain point you might have to run. So if I have to run, I can't run on this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I still walk with the fucking limp.
Yeah.
So, I'm just
No, it's
like,
gonna be months before,
Yeah, it's gonna be a
And it's
while
always
dude,
gonna
before you're
hurt.
100%.
and it's always gonna.
yeah. It's,
I sprained my ankle when I was in junior high, and it's still, if I do like play basketball or something with high impact, it'll start to hurt. I have to
Yeah,
wear a
there's-
little
there's
bit just over a
another,
sprain.
The doctor said that bone that I broke, first of all, it's literally one of the hardest bones to heal without surgery.
Mm-hmm.
They usually have to do surgery for that.
Put like a
but-
pin or something.
Yeah,
In it.
they put a pin long ways, on the side of your foot.
Yeah.
Like going from here to here, and it just fucking pulls
Pulls
that
it
shit
together.
yeah.
But he was shocked because after a month in a cast, he saw zero improvement. He was like, damn. He goes, nothing happened. He goes, well, at least you didn't fucking hurt it more. He goes, but it hasn't healed at all. So he was kind of sketchy, but he said, but, the papers, it says give you the 8 weeks, so we'll give you the 8 weeks. He gave me another month, and he saw some improvement. So he was like, well, let's keep putting you in the cast.
Yeah, everyone's body's different.
Yeah,
man.
and then he put me in the cast again, went back, and then he was like, it's gone. Like, it was literally fucking gone. One picture to another picture, it was gone. X-ray to X-ray. It was like literally gone. He said, but you're feeling pain. He goes, so now you're going to have to start the therapy. Therapy's a motherfucker, dude. It fucking hurts, but it's way better. Way better.
Yeah.
That's good, man. It was shitty seeing you down like that. I know it was
Oh, it was fucking
it was
killing me.
depressing too, you know?
Dude, I fucking was losing my fucking mind having to have somebody fucking do something for me all the time. Like,
Yeah.
and then I got that little fucking knee thing which was
that
cool.
little scooter thing.
Yeah,
you
it
were
was cool,
cruising
but
around on.
after so long of being on this knee, it fucking started just taking every fucking piece of cartilage I had, fucking protecting my. Oh, it hurt.
Yeah, that didn't
fucking
seem very
hurt.
comfortable. I'd rather be in a wheelchair than in that thing.
Yeah.
Or crutches. Well, crutches aren't very good for you either. Those
No,
make you
those
sore.
motherfuckers.
Rub your armpits raw.
Yeah.
A lot of the shit sucks too because, like me, I'm heavy. I'm a heavy dude. You know what I mean? So, everything's gonna fucking hurt because
That's true.
I just need to fucking lose the weight, dude. That's what he said too. You fucking roll that foot again. More than likely, it's gonna snap again.
Oof.
Because it's gonna be weak now, and then all of a sudden you're gonna fucking you're still heavy. So take down your weight before you fucking.
Yeah, if that ain't motivation to get back in shape, I don't know what
I
is.
like to fucking play basketball, you know. So
Yeah.
that's
not gonna happen for a
number
while.
one motherfucking
And you
place where
can't
you're
do
gonna
that.
fucking roll your shit,
Yeah.
dude. But
It's a bummer.
Do some yoga, man.
That's what I got that gym membership over there at the new In Shape, and that's got a it's supposed to have some badass yoga program there. They got a bunch of different types of yoga, and they have like gentle restorative yoga, which is going to be good for my lower back with that herniated disc. So I'm actually going to start that tomorrow night.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about that DDP yoga.
Yeah, you were
So-
showing me that. I know that fool, the Diamond Dallas Page, he was all fucked up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then that yoga program really saved
Dude,
his life.
yoga's yoga, man.
Yeah.
Just do yoga. You don't have to do a special Billy Blanks yoga or Diamond Dallas Page yoga. Just do yoga. and
I
you'll-
like
you'll
That's
lose
what
weight.
I'm doing. I'm going
Yeah.
to the gym just do
DDP
yoga.
yoga for me is gonna be the best thing because I could do it at my house. I don't have to fucking.
Yeah, it's a DVD.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah, but that's
he's
what I'm
going to
saying.
a gym. I
No.
my gym. I pay for one gym. I'm not gonna pay for another gym just for yoga. You know,
No.
like
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah,
that's just what I do.
yoga's good, man. Good stretching and stuff.
Let's do the metal gent yoga series.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. We'll do the fucking stretching to a fucking gent fucking Like,
Down
just
to
fucking
cock, down,
crazy
down,
shit,
down
bro.
the downward dog. Down,
Yeah,
down,
downward
down,
dog,
down,
downward
down.
dog.
Or the
In
guy
the
could be,
child's pose.
the guy could be screaming child's pose. Down, 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 down.
Warrior 1, Warrior 2, Reverse Warrior.
Shit.
Hey, so can I add another
Frisbee.
thing to this
You're
here?
going to Frisbee one out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw one out there. We had a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right?
Oh,
Huh?
yeah, you told me about
Rock and
this.
Roll Hall of Fame. So, like,
There was a comment made.
yeah, there's a Twitter war between Gene Simmons of Kiss and Ice Cube of NWA, right?
Wow.
So, here's the thing.
I already know who wins that. Ice Cube winner.
So here's the deal. Fucking NWA gets inducted into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh,
Deservedly.
and I can already see where this is going.
Yeah. So Gene Simmons, and I'm gonna read these fucking tweets so that everybody understands what we're talking about here. Gene Simmons comes with a tweet, and he said, "Respectfully, let me know when at Jimi Hendrix gets into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, then you'll have a point, Ice Cube, right?" And then Ice Cube's like, at Gene Simmons, who stole the soul? Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and Chubby Checker help invent rock and roll. We invent, y'all reprint it.
Oh,
I was like,
that could be a song right there.
Shit.
He should
I was
record
like,
that.
Shots fired.
He should record that.
So then he goes, NWA goes into the Hall of Fame, and I guess this is one of this is the speech that part of the speech that Ice Cube gave. He said, "Rock and roll is not an instrument. It's not even a style of music. It's a spirit that's been going on since the blues, jazz, bebop, soul, rock and roll, R&B, heavy metal, punk rock, and yes, hip hop. Rock and roll is not conforming to the people who came before you, but creating your own path in music and life. That is rock and roll, and that is us." And then he tweets at Gene Simmons, "I repeat, and I say this with a kiss." I was like, "Ooh, fucking
Dude,
get him, Ice Cube."
he's a lyrical genius.
Yeah, he's
man.
fucking
is,
going
man.
off. So then Gene Simmons comes back and he's like, "Cube, I stand by my words. Respect NWA, but when Led Zeppelin gets into the rap Hall of Fame, I will agree with your point.
He's trying to bring up the same point and it's not working.
Can I tell you this?
Dude, the whole rock and roll is definitely hip hop, dude.
Yeah.
That's the roots where it started from. It's how can you not say that it's
I don't know if
just
it's
the drum beat alone. I mean, there's rock and roll guitars and
well, they use
you know?
samples, I'll tell you what, Gene Simmons right now, to me,
He just wants
he
atten- he
sounds
wants
like
attention.
No,
That's
he
what he's
sounds
doing.
like a fucking racist white man to me right now.
He wants
bro.
attention. He's always been about attention.
I'm calling
racist
it, bro.
white man,
Like
bro.
that, it feels racist to me, man.
Like
You don't want to be, he doesn't want him to be part of their little
Well, he did say Jimi Hendrix. So
Yeah.
that's kind of not. Actually, I don't really see
that's
that, or he wouldn't have said that.
and no, to me, it's just he's being a complete fucking hater.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what it comes down to. I don't know about
NWA changed shit.
But the thing about rock and roll, like how you define rock and roll, and I'm like, it's a culture, I'm like, okay, this is a culture. But the thing when I hear rock and roll and I say, okay, what's rock and roll? I'm gonna say rock and roll is a thing where you just do what the fuck you want. You know what I mean? Like you do what you want and you're a fucking rock star. Like that's to me, NWA was motherfuckers that just did what the fuck they wanted.
Rock and roll. It's a very broad term. That could be used. That could be taken to all kinds of different areas. And they definitely fit in that. I mean, it's not like it's not like they're getting inducted to the Blues Hall of Fame for that's a specific genre of rock music.
Yeah, like okay, so
it's different.
Run DMC's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Right. What
did he complain about when they went in?
No, but what? Because they did one rock and roll song supposedly
without
a band song, right? And then
the one with Aerosmith, Walk This Way.
And then I think fucking the
Cube's
Beastie
done
Boys are in,
songs
right?
with
Beastie
Korn.
Boys are hardcore rock though.
Beastie Boys are in though, right?
All their songs are more. They mix rock and roll with.
They were a hybrid,
but they're hip hop too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah.
to me, I'm like, dude, fucking Gene Simmons, shut the fuck up.
I know.
He's
an
just
idiot.
being a fucking hater.
Yeah, and
you want to talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? These are guys that were groundbreaking artists. These are guys that did shit that hadn't been done. And NWA, when they came out and did something that hadn't been done yet. They're pioneers. You want to talk about gangster rap. You want to talk about guys that are telling you how shit is in the hood, and they're telling real stories. It wasn't bubblegum. It was in your face. It was harsh, and it was truth. And that's what NWA was, and nobody else had done that yet. So, deservingly, they are in the Hall of Fame because they took something and they did something that had not been done. And that's the definition of rock and roll, man. Like Chuck Berry, dude, like getting up there playing Johnny B. Good in the 50s. That is as close to that was the heaviest, most in-your-face thing that came out at that time. That's like listening when, the first time I heard Slipknot Wait and Bleed or something, and I was like, oh my God, like this is so fucking heavy. Like this is crazy, like you had never heard nothing like that before. When bands like that come out, like Johnny B. Good in the 50s, I can only imagine what people said when they heard that. Or the first time that, people heard Black Sabbath, or the first time people heard Led Zeppelin. It's got to be, these bands that just blow your mind and change the world. That's when NWA was. That's why they're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That I was really and the thing too is that gets me is like when I think of Kiss, to me Kiss was like one of the pioneers of the gimmick. You know what I mean? Like they came out
I'm not like a huge fan of their.
No, I'm not a huge fan, but I'm like, I respect you guys because you guys came with that fucking idea of the painted faces, the fucking big ass fucking stiletto fucking boots and shit.
It was cool.
It was fucking cool.
Making movies and shit.
Fucking Gene Simmons fucking unreal tongue. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're gonna hate.
Yeah,
because
that's bullshit.
Kiss's music is not that great.
He's doing it for attention, man. He had his own reality show. He's said stuff.
Yeah,
that's not the first thing he's said that. That was so crazy that he needs attention for some reason. He's just that. I mean, obviously he's the front man for Kiss. So
yeah, and it sucks really that this one sucks really because you're trying to take the spotlight from somebody who deserves to get their stuff done. You know what I mean? Like, let them go in.
Mm-hmm.
Let them go in, dude. But
without throwing shade on him, dude, that's bullshit. Like, you have nothing to do with the freaking voting process. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know, but
I am a little bit disappointed though that NWA didn't perform at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They didn't? No.
Yeah, and that's pretty normal.
That
they
is
usually
weird.
perform at the
everybody
induction.
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that kind of disappointed me. I was like, come on, guys.
They
You know what I
saved
mean?
their performance for
like, come on.
Coachella.
that's Coachella.
That's a shit
another
show.
subject we got to talk about next time.
Yeah.
But hey, it's time.
It's time to wrap it up.
Okay, bye.
Hey, look us up on Instagram, Twitter,
Bye.
at the
Okay,
Beat
bye
Lab
now.
Podcast,
Okay, bye.
Facebook,
Bye.
YouTube,
Bye.
the Beat Lab
Bye-bye.
Podcast. Check us out.
Bye.
Okay.
Fuck you guys. All right, Beat Lab, we're out.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.